Free Dino Crisis 2 fan remake demo in Unreal Engine 5 released. So this is a video I wanted to go ahead and do, especially because I consider this kind of like a little bit of a follow-up, just because I had done a video on a Dino Crisis remake for the original game back in like October of last year. So seeing this headline, seeing this article that they actually did a remake of the second game now, I think is actually pretty cool, especially considering that it's actually from the same person that did the remake for the original first game. Now, this isn't like any official remake or anything like that. This is just pretty much a fan project that this individual decided to do. And that was one of the comments that I kind of make as well in the video I did back then regarding the first remake that was done, is that you can definitely tell that this is like a demo, I mean a remake that was made by like a single individual. Not to discredit them or anything like that, because what they are able to achieve as far as the remake goes is it is amazing, you know what I mean? Especially considering that it looks like it's just one person that's been kind of doing this in their own time and kind of having their own fun with it. I think that's actually pretty cool, and I think it's awesome to see. And the fact that they were able to come out with a demo for the remake for the second game, like what, like 7 months later, I think is really cool. Chances are they might have been working on kind of both close to around the same time and everything like that. But still, the fact that they were able to actually make a remake of the first game and be able to come out with a remake for the second game is pretty awesome in my opinion, especially because, you know, with the availability with like Unreal Engine and everything like that for most people out there nowadays, to see that people are actually coming out with like these types of demos and these types of gameplay remakes and stuff like that, I think is really cool to see. And, you know, it is one of those things you got to appreciate it, because it really does show a lot of the times that these people have, you know, love for the game, they care about it and everything like that. I've wanted to do some remakes myself in general, because I remember I downloaded Unreal Engine 4 back in the day, but it's hard, man. It's pretty difficult. You got to really learn your way around it and everything like that. That plus the PC that I have, I don't really think it's really up to par with me and able to kind of do this stuff pretty cleanly. But yeah, man, seeing this type of stuff always puts a smile on my face, and I always hope that, you know, there's always the back of my mind where I really do hope that people that are fans of this could possibly one day be in the industry itself, you know what I mean? So if, let's say, like Capcom were to see these game demos and everything like that, these remakes that people make themselves, and think to themselves, you know what, maybe this is something we can go ahead and you know, hire this person on and kind of have them working with us, as opposed to them kind of just doing this on their own, so that they can, you know what I mean, show the love and care with the company itself. So yeah, so it's pretty cool. Some of the information that was given here was just about the demo itself, how it was released, and the person that did the article mentioned that they weren't going to actually mention this because it was about a week ago that the demo was released, but they put it behind a paywall. And luckily enough, they decided to go against that, and they actually made it free to play for everyone. So for anyone out there, if you are interested, yeah, there is availability for you to be able to actually go and play the game yourself if you have the PC for it and everything like that. So per usual, I'm just gonna go ahead and go over the video here, do a little trailer reaction. I'm just gonna go ahead and zoom in really quick, and then we'll see what we got. So this looks awesome. And then we just go ahead and make sure the quality is good, the volume's not too high, and let's check it out. Classic cult is back. And I mean, this is what I mean when I'm saying, like, you know, you can definitely tell it's a single person that made this, because of the fact that, like, yeah, it is kind of modern day version of the game and everything, but you do kind of notice a little bit that some of the graphics may not be the best, and it could look like it could use some polishing up and everything like that. New gameplay, new graphics, new enemies, all the iconic areas. And yeah, you gotta really appreciate too the fact that, because what I was reading, because like I stated in the video I did originally when it came down to the remakes, I never played the Dino Crisis games. I'm a huge fan of Resident Evil and everything like that. I feel like I've kind of made that clear on this channel. But Dino Crisis was one of the franchises that I never really got into, unfortunately. And I feel like it would be something I would want to go back and play, because it's definitely up my wheelhouse in regards to, you know, fixed camera angles, kind of a little bit of that terror. But yeah, the fact that they're able to kind of go the backhanded over the shoulder kind of aspect of the gameplay. I feel like it's pretty cool. And it is one of those things for myself, because I've, like I said, I've never played the games. One of the things that I've heard is that the first game is kind of more of like a horror aspect of you dealing with these dinosaurs, while the second game kind of went more of like an action route, where it's kind of you going up against them as well again, but like it's more weapons and more action based, as opposed to you trying to get through by the skin of your teeth kind of a thing. Oh man. Dude. So stuff like this is what I mean, is that chances are this is probably what made where like kind of in the direction that they decided to go, where it is more action based and everything like that, which is pretty cool in my opinion. Kind of like the direction they went when they went from like Resident Evil 2 to Resident Evil 3 kind of a thing, where you can do more action as opposed to just kind of get trying to get by and survive. Bad remake. Dino Crisis 2. And then that ending right there too, that kind of makes me wonder if it is going to be one of those things. Download link in the description. Nice. If it is going to be one of those things where your character is that kind of like the ending of the second game, where she's like headed to like a different island kind of a thing. So like I said, I haven't played the game myself, so I wouldn't know for sure. But yeah, man, I think it's awesome that this person has been able to come out with a remake for the second one. Now, I will say that this version of the second game actually doesn't look quite as polished as the first one. So if you go back, especially because, like I said, I did a video on it, and I think I need to go back and actually put the video link in the description for the first remake, um, like demo that they show or whatnot. But it definitely looks like that one had more time and work done on it, because of the fact that even like behind the shoulders, this one gives like a little bit of like a blurry look, as opposed to the first one where it looks very clean. Like it definitely looks like, you know, I mean, it you can, like I said, you can tell it's one person that worked on the game, but like where it's kind of blurry right here for the characters and everything like that, it looks a little bit better in the first remake that was done. So I feel like that one probably had more love and care put into it, just because of the fact that, you know, this one does kind of have some a little bit, it looks a little bit rough around the edges, you know what I mean? Not to say that it's bad in general or anything like that, but I feel like from the details and everything that we were able to see from that first demo remake, that I feel like this one would probably be able to be done just a little bit better. But yeah, like I said, the fact that it's one person that's been able to kind of make this happen, I think is really cool. And you got to have that love and appreciation for someone that's able to kind of give that passion into doing something like this. So yeah, man, I think this is awesome, and I think it's pretty cool to see that this game is kind of getting some love from the fans themselves, just because of the fact that, you know, Capcom hasn't really come out with anything themselves as far as remakes or anything like that. So seeing that the fans, you know what I mean, or gamers are deciding to put it into their own hands, is always something that I think is pretty cool to see. So yeah, I'm really glad that this something like this is able to happen. And like I said before in other videos as well, I hope stuff like this is something we'll see more in the future. You know, games that people want remakes to, but just aren't seeing from the companies themselves. Fans and people that really do care about the franchises and stuff like that will be able to actually come out and do it themselves. So yeah, so those are my thoughts on that. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Does this look like something you guys would want to give a shot, especially if you're a Dino Crisis fan out there? And if you guys can let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments, I'd really appreciate it. If you guys could like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you guys have been watching this long, I really appreciate it. It means a lot. And yeah, until next time, Harmonic out. Peace.